Hello, loved ones. Can't decide if that's an interesting shape on the ceiling, but it is hot in Arkansas and we need the air. I wanted to come to you today in particular. I just got done with a gathering of the Mayan Wisdom Circle with my beloved teacher, Don Miguel Angel Vergara. And this is the Mayan New Year tomorrow. And years ago, I did a video. I'm sure if you look for it here on this YouTube channel or on Laura Lynn on Mindfulness, Meditation, and Mantras, you will see, I think I'm sitting on West Mountain in Hot Springs, a beautiful spot, right at noon, bringing in the honeydew drops of light that year. And that's one of the things that the Mayans imagine on New Year, right at noon. That sun, Keen, Father Keen, word from my son. So we finished, and it was 12:12. So thank you, dear one. You know who you are that gave me the angel numbers book, and we're going to look in here and see what 12:12 has to say. You have the power to bring healing and light to the world. Not just me, you. You have the power to bring light and healing to the world. Notice how your intentions and actions are already doing just that. We talked so much today about, man, we shared so much. I'm bursting and I'm a jumble of all of it, and we'll see if we can bring it to any kind of point, and if not, just feel it oozing from me. I literally made my first cup of cacao today, and I got a recipe off of YouTube because I didn't know how to make it. And this particular one, I put it all in a cup that goes in the blender. And when I turned it upside down, it exploded all over my kitchen and all over me. I need to make myself a note. Miguel said, that's a great sign. It's like we are all little volcanoes. And the Mayan New Year in 2027, Chikaban, it's the new fire we're bringing in. So the cacao ceremony is what the Mayans use to end this year, before we head into tomorrow and the new year, to just burn up anything we want to feed to the fire. Grandmother Shmukane at the fiery core of the earth. Of course, we called her in today, Ish Zuhui Kak, who is the representation. There's 5 aspects of the mother in the Mayan tradition. And Ish Zuhui Kak is the keeper of the fire. The cacao is a symbol. It keeps within the seed that violet ray of ether, of spirit, of fire. And so we partook of that today. And so we're little volcanoes, and apparently I'm erupting today. So read that again, because one of the things that I was about to say that we talked about today, of course, is like, I have this little mantra. Sometimes I'll say, keeping guard at the portal of my mind. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think I apologized very recently on a recording because I started my first channel years ago, I think 2019, when I was struggling quite a bit with depression, and I had all these tools available to me. And if I'd get up, and mornings are my hardest, and I would just grab for one of these tools to just change my vibration, to change the channel in my brain. I think that was my initial intention, was to teach you how to do the same. And so I would practice these on camera so that you would know how to do them as well. And some voice in my head, okay, if you've been following me long, and if not, welcome. I'm Laura Lynn Danley. I amming as LLD. So I believe that the I am lives within each of us. And it doesn't feel like just a belief. For me, it feels like a knowing. It's okay if that feels different for you or you have a different language. But the I am living in and expressing as the very form of each of us. Me and you. And so that came to mind for a reason, and I'm not sure what, but let's see if I can get back to the track we were on. Oh, I apologize in that video because there's a voice in my head that says, man, you started the channel in 2019 and here it is 2026. And many a morning you do a video and you say, oh man, I'm having such a tough time. And this morning, I woke up feeling pretty heavy, feeling some resistance. So some of the tools you'll hear me use over the years, you've heard me mention how I lead it's a reparenting group. Most of us the wounds that we carried into adulthood from childhood, because we didn't get everything we needed from our parents. We love you, parents. We know you're all doing the best that you can, and they can't give us what they didn't have to give. So there's this reparenting tool, learning how to be our own loving parent. Imagine if every human being on the planet lived in the energy of unconditional love that they generated from within. And maybe that's something you didn't have modeled to you when you were growing up. Maybe that's something you don't feel every morning when you wake up. You've heard me talk in past videos about how I can choose to be happy, and you may still be thinking, man, it doesn't feel like a choice most days. Doesn't feel like I can choose it. And you've heard me explain how even on days like today, when I wake up and feel like I have no choice, I went back to bed. I took a nap on the couch with my sweet kitty cat. Physically wasn't feeling well, emotionally wasn't feeling well. One of the other tools that's trying to float in right now is that book I've mentioned, The Art of War, that Karen Channing introduced me to. It talks about how resistance, anything that's good for us, anything that brings us closer to our passion in life, that's good for us physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, there's this inner resistance that fights back, that gets triggered. And maybe that's not language that resonates with you. Maybe you're at a place in life where you've evolved beyond feeling any kind of resistance or any depression or heaviness ever. And if so, blessings, blessings, blessings to you. I celebrate that. And for most of us, here's another little thing popping in. I had lunch with a friend yesterday, Jeffrey. I won't say your last name since I don't have permission. And he said, in fact, he used to gather with a Unity congregation in one of the Carolinas, maybe. He was talking about missing that. And it's a spiritual community, not based on any one particular... Anyway, I'm going to get off track with that. And he said, a lot of people think that we're human beings trying to have a spiritual experience or trying to learn how to be spiritual. And he said, you know what? No, we are spiritual creatures, spiritual beings, capital B, learning how to have a human experience. And so if you have struggle on any given day, it's okay. Can you make it okay? Can you invite your inner loving presence? So if we're using a reparenting tool, it's the inner loving parent. All of us know what it's like to have the inner critic, or in this particular paradigm, the inner critical parent. Can you hush it? Can you tell it to take a walk? Can you tell it it's hurting you, it's harming you, it's saying very hurtful things to you, sometimes subtly? Inviting in the inner loving presence, the divine that lives within us. In this cacao ceremony, we're activating what's already in there. The one thing we do oftentimes in my videos when I get this excited, nothing wrong with excitement, but wanting to bring through exactly, okay, there's a voice that says, that's it, isn't it? There's that subtle example of, you're too fast, you're too frenetic, you need to settle down and bring in exactly, even the word exactly, it's close to perfectly, isn't it? Imperfect action. I am an imperfect being. Maybe. Perfectly Imperfect, my song. Look up Tenpenny Gypsy, my band, and listen to it. Perfectly Imperfect, one of my songs I wrote years ago. But one of the things I love that Miguel brought to us, I think it was beginning of this year, in January, go back and look at the videos I've done since then, and he would just say, just relax. And it wasn't an indictment. He wasn't saying, oh, you're being too frenetic, or he wasn't saying it to me directly. He was addressing the whole group of us on a journey. So that must have been in December of last year. He said, before you do or say anything, relax. Can you drop into your body? Can you drop into your heart? And you let your muscles, you might even feel tension around your bones. I can feel the muscles in my face. And let every cell in your body relax. Now, I just woke up and activated my Kundalini energy. And activated and woke up and bathed every cell in my body with the fire of cacao. So, but I can still relax in that. So let's do a mantra together. Now I have a family of deer that's been coming to my yard every day. And two infants, two baby deer, and the mother, who's still full of, you can see her just full, carrying around the milk, and another adult deer, which I assume might be a male or the father perhaps, and they've been resting in the shade in my trees and eating leaves, of course, and getting out of the Arkansas heat. I'm putting out water for them, and I have a little waterfall in my backyard. I see them climbing there trying to bathe. And it leaks. It has a hard time holding on water, so I'm trying to clean it and keep it full of water for them every day. But I'm bringing that to mind because one of the mantras we did today was we were sending the energy, the fire of the cacao, as we literally take, I still have my cup here. Look it up on YouTube. Find the video that resonates for you. There was a lot of different ones to choose from. And I always just go with my instinct, my discernment, which one resonates with me. And LUUM, Miguel brought in that we were sending the energy of the fire from the seeds to our bones and our muscles. And I thought of when the family of deer came back yesterday, the mother was limping. She couldn't put weight on her back leg. And I don't know what happened from days previous when she's been in the yard. They wander off in between. They don't stay but a couple hours. And I'm not sure what happened, but I want to hold that mother deer. I believe that we have the power to heal. That divine within us. Think of it as the energy of love. If the word God, or even if the word universe is too out there for you, whatever your concept is of the oneness of all. Right now I'm imagining every cell in my being, that DNA, all those elements that make up my being are in every living thing. Right? So we can imagine that mother deer. And we can imagine her with a healed limb. That bone, if it is actually broken or whatever, if her muscles are just strained, whatever's going on, you can imagine her whole and healthy and mended. And we're going to use the mantra LUUM. And if you have any pain today, if there's anything that feels like it's going on, I'm going to be honest, my bones have been weary lately. My muscles as well. My joints have been achy. I've been very tired and concerned about what that means for me. That was all before the cacao ceremony, which, as you can see, changed my vibration, changed the channel in my brain. It changed what I'm experiencing. We can choose to do that every day. My channel is loaded with different tools that I use and I teach. Sift through them and find the one that resonates for you. Create a daily practice. One of the things we did recently was Karen Channing's 2-minute challenge. It doesn't have to be more than 2 minutes. Sometimes I try to get on here and say, just 2 minutes, Laura, just get on there and share for 2 minutes. And it turns into 14. But we're going to do LUUM together. And imagine sending the fire of the cacao. You can imagine it right now if you likely don't have your own cup, or pause and get up and make some. Mine has organic cacao, organic cayenne pepper, cinnamon. You know, it blew up when I put in some turmeric, and I had a hard time with some digestive issues recently when I used turmeric, so maybe that was the other reason it blew up. Maybe I'm not meant to have turmeric right now, so this cup doesn't have it. A little bit of organic maple syrup, and then I put in some local honey, because Miguel talks a lot about having a spoonful of local honey every day and how important that is to our body. All of these things just are the fire within us. They ignite our being. They increase the light within. One of the colors you can think of today is violet. Miguel said as he was preparing for today's cacao ceremony, he remembered getting into the cacao seed and how, or the shell, I guess, and the seeds within are covered in white, but the seed itself is purple. And it brought to his mind the color purple as a representation of ether, Holy Spirit, Great Spirit. Bathe. Realize I go with instinct every day. My dear friend Lisa gave this to me. My side says, your friendship is a special gift. This side says, generously given, happily accepted, and deeply appreciated. And I grabbed it because of the purple. I don't know why. You know, purple was the color that caught my attention this morning. Obviously, when I was getting dressed, it was the pink that grabbed my eye, and my Mayan carving and jade beads that are so precious to the Mayans. So imagine the color violet just pouring from the heart of the heavens. You've had me teach you that in the past. Yokol Kan, K-A-A-N, meaning spirit or ether. Yokol, the heart of the heavens, the heart of the sky, the heart of the cosmos, pouring that violet light in through our crown chakra and bathing every chakra in our bodies. And in this case, sending this fire from the cacao into our muscles and our bones, healing us and healing that mama deer. And we're going to use the mantra LUUM, which I believe is the word for earth, the element earth. We are made of earth. And we may shift to Ha, which is the energy of water, bringing our waters and our emotions into alignment, into balance, into harmony. Ik, the element wind, clearing our mind, our thoughts. That was it. The guard. I was like cleansing that, standing guard at the portal of my mind, choosing my thoughts, lovingly recognizing when the heavier, denser thoughts come through, when the self-judgment, that inner critic is active, lovingly bringing in that loving inner presence, bringing it up and out, not making ourselves wrong for any other thought, but gently replacing it. Eek. And Kak is the word for the element fire, and Kan, K-A-A-N, for spirit. So we may bring in each of those elements today as the seed ignites each of those elements within our very being. We're going to start with LUUM for our muscles and bones and for mama deer. Take 3 gentle breaths. Blow out anything you don't want to hold on to. Send it to the fiery core, to grandmother Shmukane. Remember, this is your own practice, and I always invite you to play with it. Don't compare your voice to mine. Make your most joyful sound. You may speak it, you may sing it, you may be high, you may be low, you may bring in a drum. LUUM, 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 LUUM. I feel that when I sing it, that vibration, I can feel it radiating through my body, sending it out in waves, that violet ray in waves to my neighborhood, to my city, to my state, to my nation, to the world, and bringing it back locally to mama. Mama dear, I'm bathing her in violet light. The mantra LUUM. bones. Imagine them strong, healthy, whole, bathed in violet light. The fire of the cacao seed. As we prepare for the Mayan New Year beginning tomorrow, launching it into the year of the Chicaban, the new fire. Let's move on to the mantra, Ha. Even though it's a fiery core, the seed of the cacao, we're still going to bring it. We're going to bring it in and bathe the waters of our body, our circulatory system. All the waters in our body, our sexual organs, our liver, our kidneys, our spleen, the blood that runs through our heart and bathes our brain. Ha, 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 ha. Ha is the mantra for water. Ha, 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 Let it be a laugh. Let it be a laugh. Let some laughter yoga in. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Relax that belly. Ha, ha, ha. Feel tension anywhere in your body, like I did in my belly just now, as I was high out. I made myself wrong for it, but felt a little uncomfortable. Relax it. Gently go with ha, ha. Bringing in eek for the element wind. Miguel brought in the bald eagle. One of my animal totems is the red-tailed hawk. Bring in eagle. That's what we saw today. Feel it pressed up against you as we do eek. Spirit, Holy Spirit, cleanse us, cleanse our thoughts today. Help us clear those thoughts when the heavy ones come in, when we feel resistance in our body, even resistance to a thought or feeling. Instead of judging ourselves for it, which is that resistance, help us open as and let it move freely through us, lovingly passing out of our experience. Bathing ourselves, bathing every cell of our being in love, unconditional love. That bald eagle pressed up against us in meditation today. I felt its wings and its feathers tapping me. I was just wrapped in its wings. My inner child, my inner adolescent, every part of my human being wrapped in the feathers, the wings. Eek, eek, eek. Eek, 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 eek. Sound and the vibration. Imagine it's just washing your brain clean of any heavy thoughts today. It did that for me. What I was experiencing this morning is nothing like what I'm experiencing now after this cacao ceremony. Eek. Hear the sound. Let it wash through your brain and your being. Cleansing, purifying, sending all that doesn't serve us to Grandmother Shmukane at the fiery core of the earth. And do the sound with me and notice the difference between when you hear me sing it, say it, washing over you, feeling that vibration, and what happens when you create the sound What vibration do you feel in your own being? Eek, 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 resting the muscles, stretching those muscles out in my face as we do this together. Eek. Just sit with this for just a moment. We've done LUUM, ha, eek. Notice any shifts, different. Try not to make it better, worse, good or bad, right or wrong. Just notice any difference. It may be subtle. You may not notice any difference at all. Can that be okay? And Kaak, K-A-A-K, is the Mayan word for fire. We're working with the fire from the cacao today. Ishsuhuikak is that aspect of the mother that stokes the fire, activates it within us, and keeps it aglow. So let's bring her in as we activate that element, that kundalini energy at the base of our spine. Zahuikak. Zahuikak. Z-A-H-U-Y, I believe, K-A-A-K. Zahuikak. 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 Thank you, Mother. Zahuikak. 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 Imagine Mother activating the kundalini energy. Imagine the energy, the fire from the cacao seed, the base of our spine, rising up our spine, over our crown, past our third eye, our Christ center, and landing in the nest in our hearts. Kak. Zahui kak. Zahui kak. Thank you, Mother. Zahui kak. 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 Keen. Keen. Father, Son is keen. Keen. Activating that light within us, along with that unconditional love, vibrating out to all sentient beings. Keen, 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 Keen. Kaan, K-A-A-N. Remember that violet light coming in. I don't remember who Miguel was quoting, but somebody asked, I think his teacher, why are human beings so important to spirit? And the answer was because we are the bridge between the heavens and the earth. That violent ray of light coming from the heart of the heavens, the heart of the cosmos, the heart of the infinite, the heart of great spirit, entering through our crown, flooding all of our chakras and all of the cells in our bodies, and then sending it, of course, out in waves to all of humankind and every living being the world over, and down into Mother Earth. Eggshell. Thank you, Eggshell. Thank you, Mother Eggshell, for giving us every good gift we need to sustain life from this beautiful green planet. We bathe all in violet light now. Ether, spirit, with the mantra Khan. 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 Take 3 easy breaths. Imagine that electrified oxygen, that fire coursing through your brain, your body, all your chakras, every cell, flooding you with unconditional love. Say it with me. I am love, only love, eternal love. I am love, only love, eternal love. I am love, only love, eternal love. One of the messages during our cacao ceremony today in the guided meditation with Miguel was about being the unconditional love that we are. I can taste the cacao on my lips. And my prayer during this, we went to Grandmother Shmukane and this guided imagery and this guided meditation, the fiery core of the earth. We were allowed to ask her for help with something. And I asked her, when these heavy thoughts come to me, oftentimes in the morning and throughout the day, when I'm triggered by things in my environment around me, maybe by a person, it may be by a look they gave me, it may be something I said, it may be a food I ate, it may be any number of things. And it takes me to that denser. In fact, I'm going to say this in this video. 2 things that come to mind for an easy, quick 2-minute daily practice that could change everything for you. Lori Ladd, I hadn't listened to her in a while, but I listened to one of her videos recently on YouTube, and she mentioned meditating for an hour in a particular temple. I don't remember which one. And I thought, first of all, how lucky, because we don't get to enter every temple anymore. And that Jesus came to her and reminded her of all the water in our bodies, 70% or so, and that we are affected by all of this that's around us. Everything I just named, that's probably what brought this to mind. And he said that the 932 hertz is the sound. I'm putting this word on, and I don't know if he said it exactly this way, the sound of the universe. I learned to hear that when I studied Kriya Yoga, and when I was initiated into Kriya Yoga, and I could hear that continual sound of the universe. I think that's the 932 hertz that I'm hearing. Something you can look up on YouTube, listen to it for 2 minutes a day, and it'll bring you back into balance and alignment, as will any of these mantras. The fire from the cacao seed. There's so many tools available today. This just feeds what I'm telling you, that we can choose how we're vibrating. Maybe as a human experience, spiritual beings learning how to be human, there's times where it's really hard to make that choice, or something's going on that feels like resistance and feels like density, and you might feel like depression or anger or fear. And I can choose to engage any one of these tools I mentioned today. There's one more that might come to me before we finish the video with that 2-minute practice. 932 hertz. Look it up. Try it. See how you feel afterwards. Try any one of these mantras. Try a cacao ceremony. Join us tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Mayan New Year, and we're going to get together again at 11 a.m. Central Time. Go to www.casa, which is the Mayan word for house, C-A-S-A, keen, word for light, Casa Keen, CASAKIN.org, I believe. That doesn't work, try.com. Casa Keen, House of Sun, House of Light, .org, and register to join us tomorrow, 11 a.m. for the Mayan New Year. You will be blessed. You will be so glad you did. You'll gather with just beautiful souls, beautiful loving souls, and enter into a communal energy, welcoming in the new year, the honeydew drops of light. Join us. I'm going to pause for just a moment, sit in silence, sit with me. See, there was one other thing I wanted to bring to you, and I'm going to see if it comes to mind. A quick and easy practice. I'm remembering Eat, Pray, Love. This is one I was trying to remember, but Eat, Pray, Love, where she went to Lier, Bali, and he said, just sit and smile. Sit and smile for 2 minutes and see how that changes it. I think all I was going to say is, if for 2 minutes every day you practice the mantra, I am love, only love, eternal love. I am love, only love, eternal love. And if light is what you resonate with more, whatever, or do them both. You can't do it wrong. Just play with it. See what resonates for you. I am light, only light, eternal light. I am love, only love, eternal love. I am love, only love, eternal love. I am love, only love, eternal love. Say it with me one more time. I am love, only love, eternal love. Oh, I know what came to mind when I was doing that a minute ago in this video. When some other thought comes to mind that you don't want to have there in your brain, then start practicing that. I'm love, only love, eternal love. I love you, love you, love you. Bye. Okay, it didn't work. I was trying to turn it off right at 37. That looked like a really cool number. All I did was bang my jade on the glass table and hit my computer instead of the camera to shut it off. I love you. I love you. I love you. Be the light and love that you are. 2 minutes a day. I am love, only love, eternal love.